Good morning, dear students. Today we will begin our social studies class with the remaining part of the chapter first. History chapter first, the medieval world, we already started in our last class and we discussed about many points like changing names of India, major historical developments, and all those things we already discussed. If we talk about changing names of India, then we can say that at first in ancient time India was known as the Jambu Deepa, Bharatvarsha, and as the name of the Sindhu river, Sindhu to Hindu, Hindu to India, and India to India. All those things we already discussed in last class. And if we talk about the major historical developments, then we can say that in that points also we discussed about the Muslim led to be mixed with the Hindu society, and mixed culture was going to be seen on that time, and Islam religion is also came to be start into India, and all those points already we discussed in our last class. Dear students, in this class we will discuss about the sources of the medieval period. If we talk about the sources of the medieval period, then anyone can tell me what's the mean by the sources of medieval period? Dear students, if we talk about sources of medieval period, then we can say that those type of sources, because of that we can know much more about the medieval period, means such that type of things, such that type of palaces, such that type of temples, such that type of written records, all those type of things is known as sources. Because of that we can know much more about the medieval period. Dear students, if we talk about sources of medieval period, then we can classify that those type of sources into two parts. First one is here archaeological sources, and second one is here literary sources. Dear students, if we talk about archaeological sources, then we have to be distinguished into four parts. First one is monuments, second one is paintings, third one is coins, and fourth one is inscriptions. And if we talk about literary sources, then we can say that first one is chronicles, second one is autobiographies and biographies, and last one is travelogue. Dear students, at first we will begin our sources of medieval period with point number first, archaeological sources. Dear students, in archaeological sources, at first we will talk about the monuments. Monuments, archaeological sources include temples. If anyone asks you in monuments which type of things we have to be include, or which type of the things or palaces were included on that time, then we can say that temples, palaces, mosques, forts, tombs, coins, inscriptions, utensils, tools, weapons, ornaments, and paintings. Those are the major things which we take place into the monuments. They gave us an idea of the political, social, and economic history of the time. If we talk about monuments, then we can say that because of monuments only we can give us idea about political, social, and economical history of the time. So it was a major and important thing regarding the medieval period. And if we talk about paintings, then we can say that because of paintings we can know about the culture of medieval period, dressing sense of the medieval period, jewelry designing of the medieval period, then food habits also. According to the paintings we can know that which type of foods, which type of hunting, all that things we can know about medieval period with the paintings. Second, paintings are another valuable source as they tell us about the customs, food habits, dress, and jewelry of the period. Because of that painting only we can know about the medieval period's culture, food habit, custom, dress, and jewelry. Next point is here coins. Coins give us dates of important political events. Because of coins only we can know about the medieval period's important dates, because on the special occasion there was coin minting process was happened. So we can say that because of coin we can know about the important political event or important political date. A book on coins titled Dravya Pariksha means an examination of coins was writing during the reign of Alauddin Khalji. It lists the coins minted during the reign of the Sultan. Dear students, the Dravya Samudra book was writing during the Alauddin Khalji, and in this text, in this book already mentioned about the coins process, when the coin was minted, in the which king's reign that coin was minted, when the coin was minted by whom and with which metal. All those things already mentioned in Dravya Pariksha. Dear students, that about coins. Next point is here inscriptions. Inscriptions from South India record proclamation by kings and gifts to temples and learned. If we talk about inscriptions, then we can say that on that time many kings give a piece of land and many type of jewelries and many type of golds, and we can say that many type of things was gifted by king to a temple or a learned man, that is known as inscription. And this type of inscription may be recorded on copper plate or on the temple walls. That is known as inscriptions. Now we will discuss about literary source. Literary sources, if we are going to be focused on literary sources, then we have to classify into three parts: chronicles, autobiographies and biographies, and travelogues. At first we will talk about literary sources. Which type of sources are known as literary sources? Then written records of the medieval period are found in plenty. We already discussed in last class, means in class 7th, about ancient history. Because of that, on that time writing process was not invented. They don't know how to write, they don't know how to use the paper, but in the medieval period now they are able to write, they are able to use the page. Because of that, many type of written records are found by that period. Paper was easily available during this period, therefore most writing of this period is on paper. They start to use paper. Because of that, many type of records regarding medieval period found on the paper. Literary sources include chronicles of court historians, biographies, autobiographies, firmans, correspondence of kings, other court records such as those regarding justice and taxes and travelogues. Dear students, if we talk about literary sources, then we have to focus on the chronicles of the court historians. Chronicle of court historians means many type of court historians was there on that time in the court of the king, and they wrote about the king's decision, king's reign. That is known as chronicle of court historian. Biographies, if anyone's life history written by anyone else, that is known as biographies. And autobiographies means whenever anyone's life history written by himself only, that is known as autobiographies. If I am writing about your life, that is known as biographies, and if I am writing about my life, that is known as autobiographies of a man's. Correspondence means letter to the kings, who sent the letter to king, and when the letter was sent, and when and by whom that letter was sent. All those things is written in the correspondence or letter. Other court records also mentioned in the literary sources, like the we can say that justice, taxes, and travelogues. Travelogues means a travel history written by a traveler, that is known as travelogue. At first we will focus on chronicle. Dear students, chronicles are the written records of the kings. Chronicles are the written record of the kings, their reign and the life at the court. Most kings had court chronicles who wrote in detail about what happened during their reign. Means many type of court historians written about the king's reign, what was happened during the king's reign. All those information in chronicle. Most of these writing are in Persian and Turkish. If we talk about language, then we are sure about that language was Persian and Turkish. Some important chronicles of the medieval period are as follows. First one is here, Raj Tarangini by Kalhan. Raj Tarangini by Kalhan, that was the history of kings of Kashmir. Tariq-e-Firuz Shahi by Ziauddin Barani describe the history of the sultans of Delhi. Listen carefully. Tariq-e-Firuz Shahi by Ziauddin Barani describe the history of the Delhi sultans from the time of Turks till the 17th century. Means from Delhi sultans to, we can say that Firuz Shahi's Tughlaq's life, that's mentioned by the Ziauddin Barani. That is the important, we can say that chronicles. And Tariq-e-Ferista, by Ferista is a good record of the history of Delhi Sultans from the time of Turks till the 17th century. Tariq-e-Ferista means from the Turk to the 17th century, that is the Tariq-e-Ferista. And Khazun-el-Futuh and Tughlaqnama by Amir Khusro deal with the reign of the Khalzis and Tughlaqs. Dear students, all those about the chronicles. Now we will talk about autobiographies and biographies. Among the autobiographies, the some and most important are Futuhat-e-Firoz Shahi by Firoz Shah Tughlaq, Babarnama by Babar, and Tuzuk-e-Jahangiri by Emperor Jahangir. That are the man, we can say that those are one important autobiographies written by the important king. And now we will talk about biographies. Prithviraj Raso by Chandravardai describes the life and adventure of the Chauhan ruler Prithviraj Chauhan. Means the life history of Prithviraj Chauhan was written by Chandravardai. That is the biography. Humayun Nama by Gulbadan Begum gives us a lot of information about the reign of the Mughal Emperor Humayun. Means about Humayun's life. Who wrote? Gulbadan Begum. Akbarnama by Abul Fazl means about the Akbar's life, about the Akbar's reign, written by the Abul Fazl, that is known as Akbarnama. And now we will talk about travelogues. Dear students, travelogue was a written inscription. We can say that a written record which are written by the foreign traveler whenever they came to India during the reign of any king and what they noticed during that king's reign. All those things is already mentioned in travelogues. Travelogues are the notes written by foreign travelers who visited India, met kings and their subjects and wrote their experiences in a form of book. Means they wrote all that type of experiences, what they watch on that time, which type of process, which type of custom, which type of the food habits, which type of culture on that time of in India in the king's reign, which type of the punishment process, taxes, and already all that type of things mentioned by travelers in the form of travelogue. Now if we talk about important travelogue, then we can say that Al-Biruni, who came from Central Asia, Ibn Battuta, who wrote the Rihala travels, Abdul Razak, who was sent by the ruler of Persia to the kingdom of Vijayanagar. Al-Biruni, Ibn Battuta and Abdul Razak, those all three are the travelers and they wrote the travelogue. Travelers also come from Europe, means from whole over the world, traveler came to India to know about India's trade, India's culture, India's education system, India's hospitality system, and we can say that they are so familiar with the culture of India. Marco Polo, Niccolo Conti and Niccolo Manucci came from Italy, Duret Barbosa and Domingo Paes from Portugal, Ralph Fitch, William Hawkins and Sir Thomas Roy from England, and Bernier and Tavernier from France. Their writing and letters are very valuable sources for reconstructing the history of the medieval period. Dear students, we can say that travelogue are the important written records. Because of that, we can know about that type of period, what was the king's process on that time, which type of life of the people on that time. All that thing we can discuss and we can know about that medieval period with the travelogues. Dear students, that was our chapter, the medieval period. In this chapter we already discussed that world is started from 8th century to 18th century. That was the time period of the medieval world. And we know about the names of ancient India like Jambu Dipa, Bharatvarsha, already all that thing, and Jammu, Hindu, Sindhu to Hindu, already we discussed in our last class. And Hindu is known as Inde, and Inde to India, already that thing also we discussed in our last class. And sources of medieval period we already discussed in this class: archaeological sources, monuments, temple, palaces and coins and many type of things, paintings. Because of that we can know about the food habits, culture, dress, jewelry, coins. Any important date is also mentioned because of that. Inscription, copper plate given by a king as a gift. We can say that whenever a king is gifting anything like a piece of land or any jewelry, Then a copper plate is also given by king, that is known as inscriptions. And literary sources, chronicles about king's reign by court historians, autobiographies when a person write about himself, right? Autobiographies, biographies when a person is writing about anyone's life, biographies, travelogue means if any traveler came to India or any another place and he wrote or write about that type of travel history, then that is known as travelogue. Dear students, I hope you understand this chapter very well. If you have any type of doubt, then you can ask me through Google Meet class. Thank you so much.